Hi, I'm Celia, and welcome to Fuck You 50s.
And I'm Holly, and today we're talking about 5 quick recipes to make that I have tried and my whole family loves, and I'm sharing those today with you.
I am so excited because I am so down on cooking and so sick of cooking, and I need some inspiration.
Absolutely, and especially with when the school year ramps up, I just tend to really fall off cooking and everything, so these recipes I've chosen hover around about 30 minutes to make, and every one of my family members, my 2 daughters, my husband, myself, we all love them.
Ooh, share,
That's
please
right.
share.
All right. So this dish is chicken and rice soup. Sounds very simple, and it is, but it's also amazingly flavorful. My family loves this, and it's also kind of versatile. So this is in New York Times Cooking.
Looks good.
It is really good, and it's sort of hearty this time of year. It has celery, a lot of celery in it, and it's not something I cook with a ton, but for some reason it really creates like a buttery flavor. So it's chicken broth, skinless chicken thighs, and if I were you, I would not use breast unless you're using a rotisserie chicken, which we do sometimes just to really make it fast.
Yeah,
But otherwise, the breasts tend to get dried out.
yeah, the thighs are so much more moist.
Yeah, they're forgiving. It is super easy. Sometimes we'll throw spinach in if we have it, or kale, and you can throw in carrots. I also recommend doubling the garnish because it's really packs a punch. I really like
What's the garnish?
the garnish is parsley, lemon zest, and a garlic clove.
Mm.
I made it 2 nights ago, and I've had it for the last 2 days for lunch, and it's so good. And this next one is spaghetti and drop meatballs with tomato sauce, also in the New York Times cooking section by Mark Bittman. I make pasta once a week. Everyone really looks forward to that
Wait,
because,
you have your pasta night planned out?
yeah, every Thursday night.
Wow. Okay, good for you.
So, what I love about this is everything happens in one pot. You make your meatballs, and they're really quick meatballs. There's nothing overly fancy about them. So, you make them, you throw them in the pot, brown them, and then you throw marinara in there and add to it. But it's all in one pot. It's super easy, super fast, and super flavorful.
May I
Um,
ask, just because I've tried to make great meatballs in the past, is it just beef or is it a combination?
this one is just beef, and it says 1 egg. I recommend 2 eggs. I learned that from a
Hmm.
friend who's a chef, and ever since learning that, it really makes a difference. It makes them really moist. And so there's not much in these meatballs, and I think that's why this recipe is so good is because it's canned crushed tomatoes and it's ground beef. It's a lot of things that you probably already have either in the freezer or cupboard, and it takes 30 minutes to make the meatballs and sauce. And you can be
Mm,
boiling your water in the meantime. So, spaghetti
okay.
and drop meatballs.
I'm on it. You're gonna give me ideas for this coming week.
That's right. Next up is on a website called Cafe Delights, and it's chicken piccata. So we all really love chicken piccata. It's so easy. And look at that. Who wouldn't want to eat that?
Mm, yum, and I love a caper.
Yes, exactly. And my kids don't even really like capers, but the lemon sauce is so nice that
Mm,
they don't seem to mind or they pick around it or whatever. I also like that when I make this, I can also just add spinach to the pan or serve any kind of green vegetables on the side. And I serve it with rice. It's super easy. It's just flour and parmesan, and you dip your breasts in there before you fry them. There's not a ton of ingredients other than the capers that might not be in your pantry.
do you have to pound the chicken out? I forget with piccata.
I like to pound the chicken out, and if I don't have the time, I sometimes also use chicken tenders,
Yeah,
pre-sliced so that they're already thin. But yeah, you want them to be thin. So if you do have a whole chicken breast, either slice that
in half.
inside
Yeah, in half. Yeah.
or pound it. The next one is coconut milk simmered chicken breasts with vegetables.
Tasty looking.
Very tasty. Again, another hit with my whole family. I like this because there's a little something different about it, I guess, with the coconut milk, and there's a little fish sauce in there. So there's a
Mm,
lot of ingredients to this, but it is surprisingly easy to make. You're just making it in one pan. other than the rice. And it all comes together really nicely. I usually use frozen corn and beans from Trader Joe's and the cherry tomatoes if they're in season and the coconut milk. And it really gives it a nice flavor.
Yeah, and I bet the fish sauce makes it like a little sweeter.
Yeah, there's a little spiciness to it. So it says you can add a jalapeno in there, and I usually use the jarred kind, so it's not quite as spicy. But I'll throw a couple in there because I don't want to overwhelm my younger daughter who doesn't love spice.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wouldn't be drawn to this recipe for whatever reason, but I bet I would like it.
I'm telling you, I swear, I swear you would like
Okay. All right.
it. And last but not least, our fifth recipe is Parmesan chicken by the
Mm,
Barefoot Contessa.
yum. Love her.
And Celia, have I ever made this for you before? Like when we lived in the same place?
No, but we've made it. I mean, it just is a little time consuming for me, but
Oh,
with the salad on top, yum.
it may
When you're
be,
nearby.
yeah, it might be closer to 40 minutes than 30, but the only time consuming thing is frying the chicken. So
Yeah.
if you're just doing a couple breasts and you slice them thin, you pound and do all that, that might take you 20 minutes to make the chicken breast, maybe 25. And then the salad's pretty darn easy because it's lemon, there's Parmesan, salt and pepper. There's not a lot in it.
Salad's super easy. Yeah, and if you can make like a double batch of the chicken, because then you could use it for Parmesan, or I mean, you could use it in so many different things.
Exactly. We always have leftovers and it is enjoyed by all.
Mm, yum. I could eat that right now. I'm
Yes,
hungry.
exactly. So, do you think that maybe we've helped you?
You've inspired me some.
Here, hang
Yes,
on.
I have been on a hiatus from cooking, but I'm hoping to get back into it. I think it was just too many years of too many meals, and I wish that not my husband, because 'cause he'll eat anything, but my son is very feisty about food,
Mm.
and it really sucks the joy out of cooking for me.
Well,
So,
when you get complaints, no one wants to cook in the kitchen for an hour or even 30 minutes and then get complaints about it. That's hard.
no, no. I do, I look forward to the day when it's just my husband and I, and we can eat what we want when we want. Of course, I'll be
Yes.
lonely, but
Yeah.
the cooking will be much easier. So, yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing those.
My pleasure. And I hope that you all will try these things. We're linking down below and let us know what you think when you make them.
Thanks, Holly.
Thanks for watching. Bye.